Hello students, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss a very interesting topic, and that is polygenic inheritance. So according to Mendelian concept, one trait or one character, or we can say one character that is controlled by one gene. So that is also known as one trait, one gene. That is according to the Mendelian concept. But what is polygenic inheritance? Poly means multiple, plus genic means genes. So if multiple genes control a single character, or we can say trait, then it is known as polygenic inheritance. It is also known as quantitative. So quantitative means the quantity. Here the quantity of the genes or the amount of the genes, and especially the dominant genes, determine the particular type of trait. So we can say the quantity of gene or the quantity of the dominant gene that determine or that govern a particular type of trait. So it is known as the quantitative inheritance, means how many number of the dominant gene is present, then the particular trait is determined. If the dominant number of genes are more, then the different types of trait, and if their number is less, then the different types of trait. So here we have to study the quantity of the gene. And how we can find out? The very good example of polygenic inheritance, that is the human skin color. So you all are aware that in case of human being there are the different colors. Some person that are very dark, or we can say the negro. Some are the dark in color, some are very fair, or some have the intermediate color. They are known as the mulatto. So why these different types of combinations are there? So these different types of combinations are present because that is due to the number of the dominant genes. If the number of the dominant genes are more, then the very dark color is there, and if we are decreasing these numbers, then the different colors we can get. So let us take the example of human skin color. So this human skin color, you are aware that our skin color, that is determined by a pigment, and that pigment is known as melanin. This pigment, if this pigment in more amount, then we can say a person is more dark. And if this pigment is less, then we can say person is light in color or fair in color. So this melanin pigment is synthesized. Melanin pigment, that is synthesized in our skin. And how it is synthesized in our skin? It is regulated by some genes. And if these genes, and what is the condition of these genes? Means if they are more in number or if they are less in number. So we can conclude that the number of dominant genes, or we can say alleles, determine the particular type of trait, and that trait is the skin color. And what are the combination of the skin color? Let us discuss. Suppose the human skin color that is controlled by these genes, like 3 genes are there, capital A, capital B and capital C. And we know that there are the different alleles of the genes. Suppose if this first gene is there, so there are the 2 alleles, capital A and small a. Then the second B, capital B and small b. And the third also there, C, so the capital C and the small c. So we can say one dominant is there or one recessive is there. So these are the different alleles of these genes. So we can say here 3 genes, but there are the 6 alleles. So let us take this example of skin color. Skin color, that is the trait, and it is controlled by more than 3 genes, so it is known as polygenic inheritance. Now let us take the example of an individual. Suppose one individual is there and that individual have all the dominant alleles. There are the 3 genes and there are the, you can say, the 6 allele here. So suppose that is the person and the dominant allele how many dominant alleles are there? 6. So quantity that is more, we can say the 6 alleles that are dominant, and if all the alleles are dominant, then we can say that person is very dark in color. So very dark, or we can say negro. So here that is the quantity of the alleles. Second thing, if I am taking the second condition here, now how many dominant alleles are present? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here 5 dominant alleles are there. Now that allele that differentiate number is less, so now that person is not very dark, because now melanin is not produced in more amount, it is in the less amount, so that person is dark. Now again we are taking it randomly. Next, now how many are present here? That is the 1, 2, 3 and 4. So 4 are the dominant allele. Now the person is, we can say, the fairly dark, means it is dark in color, but the melanin pigment that is less as compared to the dark. So we can say fairly dark. Again we are taking the other condition, capital A, small a, capital B, small, here capital C and the small c. Now the number of dominant alleles that are 3. Now this person that is intermediate. Intermediate means here the melanin pigment that is produced in less as compared to the fairly dark. So that is intermediate. इंटरमीडिएट कलर होगा उसका, जैसे जो ना तो हम उसको डार्क बोल सकते ना उसको हम लाइट बोल सकते. सो दैट इज ऑल्सो नोन एज मुलेक्टो. After that, what we have to take if the dominant alleles are 2? So here what we have to take, capital A, small b also. Here you have to write the small b. So small b and then capital C and small c. So now the how many dominant alleles are there? Dominant alleles are 1 and 2. So 2 dominant alleles are present. So what is the color in case of the 2 dominant allele? That we can say the fairly light. You can compare it like this. Here this is fairly dark, so here it is fairly light. Then the number of dominant allele is 1 or the number of the dominant allele is 0. So the number of the dominant allele, let's take the example, capital A, small b, then small c. Now the number of dominant allele, that is, yes, capital A, small b and small c. So the number of the dominant allele, that is 1. And now the person that is light in color. Here the dark, so you can write light. Now the last, what is the last? Means here all are not the dominant, all are the recessive. The 0 dominant allele is present, and that person you can say very light. So what we conclude from this? We can conclude that if the number of the dominant allele, that is more, the number of the dominant allele, if that is more, then the skin color, that is very dark. And if we are just decreasing their number, then the skin color also vary. So this trait, that is a particular type of trait, or we can say the character, and that trait, that is regulated by more than 3 genes, and it depends on their quantity. So if their quantity is more, then their expression is also more, and if their quantity is less, then their expression is also less. Now let's take the example of a cross. Now let us understand this concept with the help of a cross. So suppose we can take the genotype of a very dark person. So what is the genotype of a very dark person? That is, all are the capitals, means all are the dominant. So if all are the dominant, then that is the genotype of a very dark person. And if I am taking the second genotype of very light person, means the small a, small b, and the small c. So we can say it is very dark, and that is very fair, or very light, you can say. So these are the parent, and after the parent, then we will make the gametes. So what are the gametes here? Capital A, capital B, and the capital C. And here also, what are the gametes? Small a, small b, and the small c. Means these 2 types of gametes are formed here, like this and this. Now first generation, F1 generation. So in F1 generation, what will be their combination? Capital A, capital B, small b, capital C, small c. Now how many number of dominant alleles are there? 1, 2, and 3. So there are the 3 alleles. And we have done, before this, we have done, if 3 alleles are there, then what will be the skin color? That is the intermediate. intermediate, or we can say mulatto. Now if we do the selfing of these, means to get the F2 generation we are doing the selfing. So for that, capital A, small a, capital B, small b, capital C, small c, again capital A, small a, capital B, small b, capital C, small c. So here you have to, after that you have to make the gametes. And in my last video I told you how you can make the gametes. You can make the gametes by calculating the number of heterozygotes. So here how many heterozygotes are there? That is the 3. So one formula is there, 2 raised to power n, means n is the number of heterozygote. So what is the number? 2 raised to power 3, means there are the 8 types of gametes are formed. So here 8 types of gametes are formed, and how many types of offsprings are produced? Because if 8 types of gametes, then this cross, that is very you can say long. So how you can solve? You just simply can find out the result. So you can also find out the number of the offsprings. There is the formula for the number of offspring also, and that is gamete square. Gamete square. So how many number of gametes are present? The gametes are, that is 8. So 8 square, that is 64. So here 64 types of offsprings are produced. And without making the Punnett square, or without making that calculation, then you can also find out the ratio. So what will be the ratio? The ratio will be 1:6:15:20:15:6:1. So this ratio will be there in the F2 generation. Now one that is very dark, one that is very dark, 6 are the dark, then 15 we can say fairly dark, then 20 we can say the intermediate, and 15 that are fairly light, and 6 are light, and 1 is, you can say, very light. So that is the ratio of the F2 generation, and this is the cross. So you can solve the problem of the polygenic inheritance. So what is polygenic inheritance? When more than one gene that regulate the character, and it depends on the number of the dominant alleles. How many number? If the number is more, then that character is controlled, and if the number is less, then their different combinations are formed. So that is about polygenic inheritance.